That's very exciting. Now listen, hello everybody. We're a few seconds late, but that's fine. I have to apologize for one thing today. We didn't realize, at least I hadn't realized, the Grand National was on. So what we're going to do is the last minute, we will, because I put a bet on them, so I want to know who wins. So what we're going to be doing is telling it's the last few jumps, which will be about 30 seconds or something, because we want to really see, or a minute, we want to see who wins. So it'd be quite fun, because I like the Grand National. Now, we're going to have some fun today. Really, we're going to be making some Mandarin pancakes, Peking duck pancakes. We're going to be cooking a duck breast, a few duck breasts, and also I'm going to be doing a delicious apricot and chili and soy sauce instead of the hoisin sauce, but I have got some hoisin sauce in another bowl just to show if you wanted both or either or. It didn't matter. But what's lovely about this sort of chili jam, which I called it, it's lovely with cheese anyway, and it's so easy to do, I can't tell you. Now, the other thing is we're going to be obviously making, so our pancakes, we're going to be doing a duck, and I'm also going to be having it in icebergs as well, lettuce. So if you don't want duck, you can have icebergs. So I put that in the ingredients too. So I'm going to take it through. So what we're going to do, okay, is if everybody's ready.
Not yet.
Okay, people are still joining. Okay, I'm going to wait a couple of minutes just to go.
A few good evenings. Carol Hunter from York.
Oh, hi, Carol. Hi from York. Love York. Love York.
Thorne, who's been here a few times from Northern Ireland.
Oh, hi. How are you?
And she's bet on Shattered Love tonight.
Oh, have you? Right.
National.
Oh, that's so cool. Well, I can't tell you. I don't know who have I betted on. Who have I bet on? I bet on a few ones. Tell me who I betted on.
I think, yeah, Any Second Now.
I've done any second now. Who else?
Give Me a Copper.
Oh, give me a copper. Give me a copper any day.
Cloth Cap.
Cloth Cap. Yes, I quite fancied doing that. That's a favourite at the moment. Go on.
And Lakeview Lad.
Lakeview Lad. I quite like that name, Lakeview, because I love Lakeviews. Yes. That says you how much I know about horses. And what? Anything else?
Burnham Saints, I think.
Oh,
yes, and you bet on a hot tip, Farkless to win.
Farkless to win. How's about that? Well, that's quite actually. So I hope I get something. I only do a £5, well, maybe £10 either way, but it's not very much. But actually, it's actually a lot of money in my book.
We must do a shout out, if you don't mind.
Yes.
From a fellow colleague and a good friend, Sarah Cowett from Goudhurst.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Sarah from Goudhurst. I hope you're going to enjoy yourself tonight, and I hope you put some money onto the Grand National. I shouldn't be actually encouraging this, should I?
But never mind. Partners, Farm Butchers in Hawkhurst, from Eve Brotham, Andy from Park Farm Butchers.
Oh, fabulous. Hello from Farm Butchers. How are you? Good. It's lovely you're looking at this. Great.
Karen Fox from Barbridge in North Yorkshire. That's your neck of the woods.
Okay, yes. Karen Fox. Hi, Karen. How are you? Brilliant. Lovely. Lots from
Scotland as well. Claire Bell.
Claire Bell. Claire's been on loads, yes.
And actually, another one of your partners, Fowey Farm Shop.
Oh.
Angle. So nice to see.
Oh my gosh, that's Fowey Farm Shop. I'm so pleased to see you. Now, I have to say, I've been doing a bit of cold calling this week, and I must say, because I felt I needed to tell a few farm shops that we were doing this, and because I was a bit disappointed, I needed more people on, because I thought that, maybe no people don't know we have been doing this, but it's surprising. I'd either get they didn't know my name or they recognize my face, one or the other. So I can't actually say, do you know who I am? the great person would say, actually, have you forgotten your name already, Rosemary? Okay, fine. That's enough jokes today. But may I tell you, I'm really excited, because I am going to be using, can you please pass me this beautiful duck? I have just got the most, can you say that? Most beautiful ducks. Yeah, I'm going to put it here. The most beautiful ducks. I've done something, guys, I need to tell you. I've done something, my arm. It's perfectly all right. I've got a very bad arm at the moment. I've strained it here, and I'm afraid I can't lift anything, so it's all a bit awkward. But I have bought some ducks from Cornwall. Now, because I'm trying to get things, look at that great big beast. Look. Now, isn't that the most beautiful duck? Beautiful duck. Absolutely fabulous. Look. Well, I have to tell you, the breasts are enormous. The legs are wonderful. I mean, the whole thing. And the other one I did was slightly bigger than this. But this will easily, well, for me, will feed quite a few people. I can get at least out of this 4, 6 probably portions,
Rosemary,
7 portions out of 8 portions out of it.
It would be appropriate just to mention the Cornish Duck Company.
Yes, this is what that I'm.
Kelly Nangle, just to say.
The Cornish Duck. This is the Cornish Duck Company. This is where I've got it from, and I've got 2, and they are simply, and I've had them before, but they are simply the best ducks I've probably ever tasted. They are absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, each one has a name, but that's nice. So they're reared with a gorgeous love. Now, the thing about a duck is, I know your recipe says to actually get breasts, which is fine, which is what I wanted you to do. But I also wanted you to see a duck. Now, I'm going to just burn this out in a minute. So the first thing we're going to do, we need to just quickly get the pancake mixture so it can just rest for a few minutes. All right, so let's do that first. Get your flour, your plain flour, 450 grams. I'm just going to wash my hands because I've had the duck on my hands.
Just before we start, should people turn their ovens on?
Yes, I think what would be a good idea for people to turn their ovens on just to put the duck in. And if it's not, you won't need to put your duck in if they're not so big. Okay, so I'll tell you about that in a minute. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make our pancakes. So put your oven on to 170 Celsius. Okay, number 4 to 5 gas. So we got some salt, and I need 300 mils of boiling water, please. So 300 mils of boiling water. We should have the jug there. The water's in here. Can you just put 300 mils in there? Just boil the kettle. Boil the kettle. If you put the kettle on quickly. Can you see that? Okay, it's just going on. Okay, no, they're not on. It's not on. No. Right, we're just going to put this in. Now, the most important thing is your kettle must be boiled. Okay, your water must be boiled. This is the first thing. Now we're going to put salt. So we've got the salt in here. And what's quite important about this is you use not strong flour. It is a plain flour. So I mean, it doesn't matter if you use strong flour, but it's not as high. That is, it's not as fine as it should be, which is what I want. So it's really almost like a patisserie flour type thing. Right, when it's boiled, okay, it's just coming to patience. I have made one earlier because it's rested because I didn't want to leave it. So we'll take it through in a minute. So perfect. Thank you, Tobias. That's brilliant. 300 mils. Here we go. Now, get a fork, will you? Because the water's going to be boiling. Thank you. Get a fork. So, first thing you're going to do is pour your boiling water into your flour. That's the first thing. So put it in. There we go. I'm just really, what I'm doing is I'm just cooling it down because to actually get that, it's not going to be very nice on the hands. Right, now, what I'm not going to do is going to keep kneading it because for me, it's going to be a bit difficult, but I am going to do this. Don't worry. I'll suffer later, but I think it's important to show you guys. Now, push the water in here. That is perfect. Absolutely perfection. Now, see how easy it is? When you realize how easy this is, you'll never buy a pancake ever again. You'll always do these. I know you will. Because I'm now going to put it on here. Like that. Take the bottom off. There we go. Now I'm going to bring it together. Right. So here we go. I'm using my hand. It's all right. My arm will be all right. So there we go. bring it up like a cloth, all right? It's lovely and warm, actually, in my hands, to be honest with you. It's really nice. Oh, it feels. Now, you should be feeling great because it's a perfect dough. Now, you don't need any extra flour. You don't need anything. It's just absolutely perfection. There we go. Now, once you've done that, it's really warm and lovely. Go on, tell me you're really loving this because I think this is such a lovely dough to do. Now, there we go. Right. You're now going to pop it, okay, in a bowl. There you go.
What should be the consistency of the dough now? Rosemary?
Right. Okay, good question. Look how soft. Soft dough. You see that? It's a really soft dough. I'm not working the gluten. I'm not doing anything. I'm just bringing it together. That's all I'm doing. So it's a smooth dough. Right, once you've got that, you put it in the bowl. Oopsie. You put it in the bowl. So smooth dough, in we go.
Somebody's just asked why they're not made with rice flour.
Because I've never seen them made with rice flour ever. If you can come across anything like that made with rice flour, I'd be surprised. Rice flour, the rice pancake rolls and things are completely different. You have to dehydrate them, put them into water. It's a different consistency altogether. This is a specific gyozas. You know gyozas? Well, you can use this pancake mixture for gyozas as well. Exactly the same thing. Now, this is the one I made earlier. Can you see that? It's rested. It's beautiful. There we are. That's all it is. I made this a few minutes earlier. Now, all I'm going to do, so easy. I love it. We're just going to literally cut it in half, like that. Then cut it into that. Then into that. Now we're going to cut it into 6. So we'll do that, the middle, middle, middle. Now we're going to do it into 3. Oh yes, it's not a problem.
Just make sure everyone's on track.
Yeah, that's all right. There we are. Look how smooth that is. There we are. How lovely is that? Look, so lovely. So simple. Now, what's happened by it resting like that, I want you to rest yours. I don't want you to do this. I think they need to rest it until I tell them to start. All right?
Okay.
Technically, about 20, yes, about 20 to 30 minutes. Yes, 20 to 30 minutes. You can rest it for longer if you want. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to put them on here. And I'm going to literally show you one of how we're going to do it. And then I'll keep going later. But I just wanted to show you this. Then I'm going to put a cloth over these so they don't dry out. I'm going to do one. And could you please put a cloth over that? So what you do is you take this. Now I need a frying pan on, please. So let's just get a frying pan on. There, can I have that, please? Thank you. So, right, we're now going to pop this on. And this is how easy it is. Just cover it with cling wrap, would you? Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Yeah, we'll just cover it because, or Tim, that'll do, that'll do. Right, we're just going to put that on. So all you do is, this is what you're going to do later, because I want to get into the duck. You're going to flatten them like that. All right? You've got some sesame seed oil. Okay, now you're going to put it into sesame seed oil like that. Only one side, mind you, only one side. We're now going to take this like that, and we're going to put it on top of this like that. I'm going to put that to one side because we'll do that later, as I said. But what we're going to do is put this down like that, turn this around like that, because once it's around, now I'm bringing it together. Now, the most important thing is, I hope you notice it, is that I'm not, there we are, I'm not going right to the end. You must not go right to the end, because by going right to the end, what will happen is you'll make it stick together. What you need to do is it needs to come, when it's in the pan, to make sure it's right, it needs to come apart on its own. And that's what makes it so different. So we're going to keep going with this. Okay.
We've got Philippines on tonight.
Right, now we're going to, are we really? Now I'm going to pop this into the hot pan like that, doubled up. Right. Okay, and all we do is leave it. While that's being left on there, I would please like to bring the duck here. Okay, take this out. Thank you. Now, what I'd like to do is do my hands in here, because we should have the pictures.
So they have sesame seed oil. What should they use?
They can use olive oil or something like that.
Oil.
Yep, no problems. Right. Right now, okay, so that should be cooking. Now I'm just going to wait for a minute. Right, so talk about the duck. Can I please have a white tray? Okay. I want you to please to keep the camera onto the things. Onto the pancake. All right, so I want you to see this, because what I'm looking for is to show you how it comes apart. Can they still hear me? Good. Okay, so I'm afraid so. I don't want to take off. That's unfortunate for you guys. I don't want to take. Now, what should happen? Okay, what should be happening is you should be getting little lumps happening, little bumps. That's what I want, some air bumps. So you keep going with this. Now, these are lovely to make bigger even, so you can make little wraps out of these.
How hot should the pan be?
It's sort of medium to hot.
Medium to hot.
Okay, so you don't want to burn them yet. You want to cook them enough, because you only cook them one side. Remember, this is a one-side situation. Okay. Keep going with it. Keep going. Keep going. Now, look. Is it looking good, guys? Right, let's look underneath. Perfect. Now, what we're going to do, we should see in a minute. We should see in a minute. Yep. We should see in a minute making its own way up. Okay, keep going. Be patient. Be patient. Okay. Right, that's so cool. See this? Look, I want to show it to you. See that? That's just coming off. Now it should be, actually it's done. Oh, take it off. Now choose the cameras here, will you? Right. Can you see that? Right, okay, so that is what we're doing. We do.
Just explain the double pancake.
The double pancake is when you only cook it one side. You don't cook it both sides. So what you do, you literally do that, and it keeps it soft. So when you steam it, it stays very, very soft. What I've done is, here, I did a whole lot of pancakes. Here, look, incredibly brilliant, absolutely. Right, not to worry. If they haven't got a steamer, please do not worry. All you do is you put it into tin foil and put it in the oven. Right, let's carry on, because I'm going to carry on with the other pancakes a little bit later on. Now, what I'm going to do is, first of all, I want to just, can you get the tray here? Perfect. I know we're just using duck breast, but I just wanted you to see how to take a whole duck. Now, this is going to be a sort of, not an intensive masterclass, but just a quick masterclass. So I'm going to do one of these on the YouTube. Now, the first thing I have to do is, when I'm actually sort of starting with the duck, I have to remove its wishbone. Now, the thing about a wishbone is, on a duck, it comes right out halfway there to the breast, halfway over. So it means if you were going to try and remove that breast, it's going to be pretty tricky. All right, so you're going to take that wishbone off, you're going to go behind it, you're going to go behind it there, And you're going to come round, round, round. And then you're going to take your fingers like that off. That's all it is, nothing else. I've left a bit too much meat on there, but don't worry about that. Right, so now I can actually think about dealing with it. So you've got the parson's nose, which is its bum side, okay? So you've got the neck, the wishbone, which is its neck. So that's it. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down here. Now, I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to use a boning knife. So the first thing, when you're actually going into a duck, what you do is you literally have to go in, down, and make sure you go in there and then cut right down. Very simple. Right, well, it's not simple. Actually, it's only because when you know how it's simple. So in there, right, so you keep going until you find yourself. You follow the carcass, just follow it. And then you find yourself the knuckle. Go through the knuckle. Through the knuckle. And then you go like this. You go underneath. Again, I'm following the carcass all the way around, taking that off. Little silly bone that's always in the way there. Off. Then cut it. And then what I do is I go round. Now, the trick is to always go around. Now, the reason I'm just doing this for you quickly is because there is so much you can do with ducks. By buying a whole duck, you can get so many meals out of buying a whole duck. Now, so we got our huge, and this bit here, I'm taking the fat off. And I'm going to show you about that in a minute. So fat comes there. That'll be for confit, which I will remove it. It's not tonight. Remove its thigh bone and then take this down so it stands up. And I will show you one in a second. So I will do that. Now it comes to the breast. When you're actually taking this off, it's very important that you go under like this. There we are. Go under this. So you don't lose any meat, because so many people lose by going under, by not going under enough. Right, there we go. And again, what we're going to do, cut it. Now, any skin that's there, we're going to be putting into water and boiling it as fat. We're now going to be taking this bit of fat off, but not too much, because it shrinks. So that's another bit of fat and skin, but that'll all come off automatically. Right, okay, so now with these ducks, what you have is there's always a vessel here. You just go underneath like that, and you go and you take it off, and you sort of go and get rid of it like that. So you want a nice, neat bit of sinew there. How's it going? There we go. Now, once it's, is it going well? Have we won anything yet? Nearly finished. Okay, how many more minutes? Oh, okay, so tell us who's winning.
We don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, come on, who's winning? Oh, God, no help. Okay, so that's one breast. Okay, now let's take the other off. We got a wing. Now that ring will be lovely for sweet and sour. Okay, this will be lovely for fat. That'll be lovely for confit. And then we'll just go into this very quickly and then I'm done. Right. Off we go. Take this on. I just wanted you to see how easy it was and how wonderful. Now, with the carcass, I'm going to make stock, duck stock, which makes the most wonderful soup, but also not only that, just a stock for sauces, for casseroles, for everything. There we are. Go underneath. Tell me if it's thumbs up, whether you're enjoying this. Yeah. Everybody's saying, then they're saying here, did you really want to learn? But it's not the fact I'm taking it incredibly seriously, like I would if it was a masterclass. But I think it's important to know what you can do. Okay, so here we go. That's it. Done. Done. Now, this stage, there's our carcass. We've got our parson's nose there. We've got our carcass of stock. with our carcass for everything else. Right, can I have another tray, please? With here, now what I've done here,
Thumbs up.
is it lots of thumbs up? Good, I'm so pleased, seriously. Right, we're now going to go there. Thank you. So I'll put the carcass onto there. We're going to go there. Now, what I'd like, Tobias, can you please pass me the ones I did yesterday? So that's for my confit. That's, yes. And this is for my, can you also pass me the goose that I made as well? Thank you. There we are. Off we go. There's it. Thank you. Right, here, guys. Now, so I don't want to spend too long on it. Now, I've just finished doing this. Here we are. Right, I'm sort of pushing it together, taking it down. Now, this will help in the cooking as well. There we go. So there's our breast. Right. This is what I did yesterday. We finished. Now, well, not really, but this is as much as I'm doing tonight. This, I took that bone out. I've also cut the bone off. So I've got my gorgeous confit, my lovely confit of duck. Again, this is the leg, which I took all the sinews. I took all the sinews out, and I can now do a quick sweet and sour leg. This is my breast. This is the fat that I boiled. This is this bit. I boiled in water, and I've got some beautiful, very clear, you can see it, incredibly clear goose fat, which I boiled down. And I've also got, and I've got 4 huge breasts. These will go, this is enough for 2 to 3 people. So we've got this, and we've got this, okay? Now this is a lot. Now, what I did, we've also got here, we've got the livers, we've got the hearts, we've got the kidneys. I've got the giblets, the neck giblets, which is great for stock. So I've got all that. So what I'm trying to tell you is, take a duck and prepare a duck, and it goes such a long way that if you get duck breasts, you're talking about the same money as almost buying 2 prepared duck breasts to buying a whole duck. Nearly, anyway. So that's enough of that. I'm not showing you any more because I think this is a masterclass. Right. What I'd like to do is put this away, please. Okay, now, and this is what we're dealing with. So, whew, I did that because I would never have done that normally. So I'm now going to continue with the meal. We've got here, in here, I want, can I have that, please? In here, I have got my apricots. There we go. I'm going to be putting in some ginger, and I'm going to wash my hands. Sorry, guys, that's not very good.
Going to do a quick recap, Rosemary?
Yes, I would love to. So, all I've done is, so far, is I've made a pancake, and I've shown you how to put 2 together, and I put them into sesame seed to bring them together. I made sure they were totally covered, and then I cooked them on both sides. But I mean, on 2 sides, one or the other, but they're not cooked on the sesame seed side because they don't need to be, because they're going to be steamed. Right, now we're going to make our cheats, or I would say my own hoisin sauce, but it's not really. It's done with apricots because plums are not in season, and I like apricots, and it's all, you know, you can always get dried apricots. It's really nice. Now in here, I put in some ginger, some garlic. I really love doing this. I put in some chili. Now again, goes with what amount of chili you want. I put into some soy sauce. I put in some water. We've got the quantities. Now I'm also putting in a couple of teaspoons of honey. 1, 2, 2. 1 for luck. Right, can you get rid of that, please? Right, we're now, and that bowl there, please. We're now going to put this on a stove. We're going to leave it for about 15 minutes, and that's all. So on we go. It may take a little bit longer. Bring this up to the boil. Now, what I've done is, everybody, what I have done, there we go. Actually, I want to show you just what it looks like. There we go. Can I show them? So I'm just going to show you what this looks like there. That's all it is. Now, delicious. And I'm just going to simmer that there. Right. Now, the trick is, so we're going to take this and I'm going to now start. Now, what is important is I want you to put your ducks in a cold pan. You are skin side down, but actually, first of all, I want to season the pan.
Rosemary, somebody tells you the ducks be in the oven.
No. Right. What we're going to do here, we're going to put some salt in here. Salt the pan. It's cold. That's it. We're now going to put the duck breasts on the salt in a cold pan. Must be a cold pan. Just going to do 3. Right. Put that there. I'm going to now, because these are particular big ones and we won't need more than that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn it on. Now, let me just talk to you about this. This is why I love doing this. Because cooking a duck like this, you need to bring it up slowly. You bring it up slowly. Let me set this down so you can catch up with me. You bring it up slowly to the heat. And the one thing by doing it on in a cold pan, from cold to hot, is that the skin will stay crispy. Even if you put a sauce on it, it will stay crispy. Now, the thing is, you've got to keep it on for quite a long time. This can take about 10 minutes. You're not going to be cooking the actual breast itself, the flesh. It won't really penetrate through as such because it'll be on a lower heat. What it will do is remove all the fat from the skin. It will then crisp up, and it can't uncrisp itself because that's the nature of the business here. And that's why it's so blooming clever. It really is. So I'm just going to leave that there. So what do we got? Let's recap now, as we said. I have got, see how easy this is, seriously. I know I got it all prepared in advance, but it seriously is a simple thing to do. And when you go and order it from a Chinese restaurant, I know they do crispy duck and it's lovely. But the thing is, they sort of kill the duck, which is lovely. I love it, but it's so easy to do it yourself if you know how to. So I think for me, this is why I call it, it's really a Cheats Peking Duck. Because a Peking duck, when you make a Peking duck, what you do is you take the duck, you hang it for a couple of days, and you make sure that the skin separates from the flesh. So I've been known to actually have it in a garage and actually stand there with a torch. I mean, with a hairdryer separating the skin. So I've been known to do that. So that's really important. So is this the end of it? Has it done?
Yes, a female jockey one. But just before that,
a female.
Did you put the duck down, skin down first?
Yes.
Flesh down first?
Yes. Okay.
Skin or flesh?
It's skin down first. Always skin down. You first of all have to put some salt into your cold pan, and you then have to just leave it. And I've got it not on a high heat, on a lowish heat. This is the important thing. I've kept it reasonably low. Okay. Now, and you're just going to leave it. You're not going to worry about it. This is not the sort of duck like we're doing with lovely duck breast served with a delicious port and blackcurrant sauce. Or yes.
Sorry, did you put the juice of one lemon in oil in?
Yeah, I don't think I did, and I probably should have done, but I think I forgot to put the lemon in.
Yeah, but that goes in now.
But that can go in now. Yeah, put it in now. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
And no oil with the duck.
No oil. That is so important. No oil. Now, this fat in here is not the same fat that I've got here. This fat that looks, can you pass me the fat again? To get this sort of fat, this lovely glycerine bit of fat that you spend a fortune in a shop buying. Look at this, you can freeze it. Look, You can actually, it's so glycery that you can just see through it. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? But you would only get it like that if you boil it in water, and then you have to let the water get cold and the actual fat rises to the top. You won't be able to do it. The fat off this is not the same as this. This is the one you buy in the shop, but you could do it yourself. Okay, if you can put that in the fridge, that's great. Now, to go with this Peking duck, spring onions, and I've got also some cucumber. Now, what I'm going to do, thank you, yes, that needs to be wrapped up. Yeah, we will later. So what I've got here is
lemon juice and oil.
A little teaspoon of oil, that's all.
That's going in. What about the lemon juice?
No, lemon juice is, yes, lemon juice is going in now.
Lemon juice
Now, look at these lovely lemons, guys. Look at these. Look at that. Look. Now I'm just going to pour it in. Oh, so nice. Try these. Haven't got pips as such. They're really nice. Look. Aren't they beautiful? There we are. How lovely is that? Now, so that's in now. So basically, I'm just going to let it do its thing. Now, what I'm going to do after that, now I want to show you how much fat has come off that. Look, already. Look, now we're just going to make sure that all comes off. So we're just going to not touch it. Now, the other thing, if I actually move it now, it's not going to help it because I'm going to break the seal. I do not want to break that seal. It's really important because that's the whole thing that's helping the fat come out as well. And it's changing the whole thing. So I need to have confidence in myself that I don't feel that I need to move that. So that's what it's all about. It's all about having confidence in yourself that you don't need to move it. So it's fine. It's doing its own thing.
How do you know when the duck might be cooking too quickly, Rosemary?
Well, first of all, the sound. Now, if you can hear, can we all be quiet for 1 minute? That's a very soft seal. Now, if it becomes tighter than that and more slightly screechier, you know it's too high. That's a very good question. Who actually asked that question?
Irish Snell.
Well, very good. Irish Snell, thank you. That's an extremely good question because a lot of people wouldn't actually ask that. So now, and I wouldn't necessarily give it naturally because I automatically know it. I'm looking for a peeler to peel my cucumber. Have I got a peeler? I wonder. Yes, here it is. Right, now.
You're going to show the pancakes again, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I'm just going to do this. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I've got a very, very good sneeze. Everybody thinks it's very funny. Now, I don't do it on purpose, I promise. Hang on. So sorry. What is that? Why do I do that?
God knows.
Right. Okay. What are you? Come on.
You turn the mic off when you sneeze.
Oh, do you? Did you just hear that? They said they turn the mic off when I sneeze. Right. Do I have to give you a warning then? Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is obviously do our little cucumber julienne. So, don't you think that word's pretentious, julienne? But it's true. Right. It sounds it, doesn't it? But it's not. Right. So, first thing I'm going to do, it's always easier, if you're going to take this off, it's always easier to take it off like that. So I'm actually, oh dear. Oh, there we are. There we are. So I'm left with that. Now, so that's important. I mean, other people would go like this, like that, probably easier, like that. Only because you don't actually want that. So I'm going to do it to all of it. So we're going to cut that off. There we go.
Can you do, I know it's not a strange question, but if you were vegetarian, could you do this dish without duck?
Yes, of course you could.
What could you use?
Good question. Aubergines, which we love. I know, doing lots of sort of courgettes and things like this, you know.
Elaine Fox Lishman just said your sneeze blew her off the chair. It was that loud.
I thought they said they turned it off. Hang on, I'm going to turn this on.
And Vivian James said she's proved her cucumber but with skin on. Does that matter?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No, not at all. Right, okay, so let's do this.
And Rosemary, did you use any farm shop in particular aside from the Cornish one for the duck?
This one, no, I just used the Cornish one for the duck, purely because that's really all I was doing for today. Because, you know, I wanted to make sure that the duck came from an organic duck farm. I wanted to get it direct. Oh my gosh, who's at the door? I wanted to get it direct. You see, this is what this is what a live cook-along is all about. Right, okay, so we're going to take this like this, like that. So, there we go. So we
just explaining whilst you're doing that about your relationship with the farm shops and what you're getting up to with the
absolutely right.
Great idea.
Yeah, I think it's an excellent idea. Who said that? Now, the whole thing is that, oh, who's that? Parcel. Oh, see, there you go, parcel. It's always the parcel, isn't it? At the moment from Amazon or whatever. So, okay. Now, yes, for me, the Farm Shop Association, which is the FRA Association, which is so important to me at the moment because we have a relationship. I've gone into partnership because I feel passionate about local produce. I also felt that it was a way of getting to know your local farm shop and what they're doing, etc. And, you know, what they're doing near you, because a lot of people don't know. But also, I feel that life has changed so much in the industry, in the farming industry, that they've had to diversify people, the farmers, and to start shops to be able to sell their produce. And to me, this is so important. I think it's my way of actually helping the farmers, the farm shops. It's incredibly important. So we felt, because it's throughout the UK, and it's because it's a way of getting to people, and I'm hoping that this is what will happen, and this is what I'm actually trying to do. I didn't want to sell my boxes. Actually, one thing I've got to do is I've got to start looking at this. I didn't want to sell my boxes through other platforms. I wanted to use the farm shop because I thought this was such a great platform to be able to just get to people to know about their local produce. So it was my way of finding a way around it, if you see what I mean. And I'm hoping that it's going to be good and it's going to take off and everybody is going to get to know about it. So that's why I'm doing it, because I'm actually really passionate about it. Now, I've just taken that up. Now, how long has this been on for? A long time. It's still, compared to what I've done, it's been on a long time. And you would think, look, you would see on this, can you see on the picture that they're not cooked properly, are they? They're still not cooked. Now, if you think about how long I'm cooking this for, you would think that could be almost overcooked, and it will be, but it won't be. It's very clever. Now, can you get me a bowl, Tobias, please? Okay, so that I can actually put the fat into. So I'm going to take some of the fat out. So we're just going to keep going with this. Cucumber strips. I'm being very sort of haphazard about it because it doesn't matter. This is not fine dining, but yet I'm also not dumbing down. Right, there we are. Yes, you can use, thank you. You can use anything you like. That's the beauty of this. Anything you like. I'm only doing it because that's what they do. That's what it's all about. But I wanted to know, and the children love it. My grandchildren are good. I'm going to tell a little story. My grandchild, Suki, lovely Suki, she had her first burn making Peking pancakes. Her first burn. Poor girl, at 7 years old, I had her standing on a pole I'm standing on a chair, that is, and literally making these pancakes. And the poor guy, once she'd burnt stuff, I made her get on top of the chair again and continue doing it. There you go. Right. Well, that's grandmother's cruel. We're cruel. But you know what? She's never forgotten it. And now she knows how to make Mandarin pancakes. So that's all cool. Right. Let's pop this into a bowl. Let's put this in thing. Can you get me another one of those, please? Thank you. Right.
Rosemary,
No.
Rebecca Walters said her sauce is quite dry. She's out of water. Did you use dried apricot?
I've used dried.
Is it what it looks like?
Yes. This is what it looks like.
No, that other camera. Not that one. The one near the hopper.
Oh, yes. Right. The water's disappeared. I have to tell you, that is finished. All right. So I'm going to turn it off. Turn this on. And I'm going to put this here. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to cool that down. But before I cool it down, I'm going to, there we go. Before I cool it down, I'm going to put this away, turn the ducks over. Thank you. And there we are. I don't need to do that. There we are. Right, let's do this now. Let's do this. So these have been on at least 5 minutes, if not longer. I'm now going to turn them over. Look how much fat has come off. Now, look how even. Look, actually, I need to just show you afterwards. Right, I'm going to turn this down. Okay, just leave it. It's not going to take long. I'm going to put the fat. I'm going to take some of this fat out. Look how much fat has come off. Right, see that fat? Look, that's come off. So far, that's not all of it. Now, let's continue with these pancakes. We're nearly ready. So, let's take this out of the way. Let's put this in the place. Let's just now bring these pancakes over here. Thank you. Bring these pancakes over here. And where's my can you get me my pancake mixture, please? My tray of pancakes. Oh, there they are. Look, they're there. Are they pancakes? Okay, let's have them. Thank you. Right. There they are. So, how good is that? This is the fun part. This really is. Can I have my sesame seed oil, please? Please, can I have my sesame seed oil? Where? No, can I have my flat plate of sesame seed oil? Where did we put it? Okay, thank you. Right, we're now going to take this. 2 of these again. Here we go. All right. Going to do a round. Thank you. Round. Let's take this off. Thank you. Bring the sesame seed oil here. Okay, let's take this off. Just we'll get some order into here. And can I have that, please? Thank you. Right, clear this up. There we go. Right, put this in. Now I'm going to just, there we are, pop this in here. Right, I'm going to just make sure that's really lovely and clean. I'm going to take this off. Let's see how this is doing. Yeah, I'm going to take it up a bit. There we go. Right, this is it. So we're going to roll them. Now let's see you get them. Roll yours 2 at a time or whatever, or you can do them in your hand if you want. We're now going to flatten them flat. It's quite important to flatten them a bit. Flatten them flat. Now I'm going to put one side there. And then we're going to just make sure it's totally on. All right. And we're going to take it out, drip it, put it on top. We're now going to push, turn it around, push. The reason for doing, if we don't do that, it will slip off. All right. So I'm making it not slip off. So we're going to now roll. And then we're going to go like that. Okay. Roll. There's something so satisfying about doing this. There's something really lovely. There we go. Now, obviously, if you want to make bigger ones, you can make bigger ones. I quite like this size, I have to tell you. Like that. So this is a good size. This is actually the normal size. So I'm going to pop this into the pan. It's already hot. Now I'm going to pop this here into, Martin, could you please pop this pan into my oven? I'm going to pop this pan, the dip breast, into the oven. I don't want to lift it because I think that's just going a little step too far for me at the moment. So Martin's going to put it in for me, just so it can cook more. All right, thanks, Martin. Right, so push down, push down. In fact, we're really nearly ready. Do you realize that? How easy that was? So in they go. In they go. I hope the kids are enjoying doing this. On top. Now what do I do? Okay, now come on, children. What do I do now? Come on. Press down. Then what do I do? Press down. Okay, now what do I do? Roll. Come on, you can do it. Roll. Roll, roll, roll. This is a little Indian rolling pin when I make my nads, so it's a really good one. So basically, I'm not exactly going to the ends because it becomes, it sort of tapers off. So it means when I'm rolling it, it actually keeps the ends quite soft. It's quite a good investment going one of these, I think anyway. So, here we are. I absolutely love doing this. How many times am I going to say it? Loads, because I do. Right, okay, so let's turn this around. Right, it's not probably that high. In fact, it's very low. So we're going to put that higher. So we're going to put that there, ready for another one. Okay. Martin, do you want to have a go?
I'll do it right here.
No, would you like to have a go here in front of the camera? Do you want to see Martin have a go? Come on. Come on, Martin.
Yeah.
Come on, Martin. How many people? Come on, thumbs up having Martin to have a go. No, they're here.
I'm not doing it down with you.
Oh, you're not doing it now?
No, I am doing it.
No, he's not doing it.
Oh, is the pan dry, Rosemary?
The pan is dry.
I'm
No oil in
6'5". The camera that will knock my head.
Oh, you
anyway.
mean-
Rosemary, is the pan completely dry? No oil in it?
No oil in it at
Right.
all. Okay, so there we go. All right. My gosh, he is.
Oh, yes, lots of people saying they want to see Mark.
Come on.
What's the dirt?
He's not going to show his head. He's not going to show his head. He says he's going to be cut off.
And somebody's called you Martini.
Martini. He is a bit of a martini
Yeah.
because he's lovely. I love Martini.
Sorry, so Rosemary, just where should everybody be now then? So just
It's a really good question.
brief recap.
Losing the plot here.
Losing the will to live.
No, I'm not. I'm loving it.
Good news for you at the end of the show.
Have you? Did I win?
At the end of the show,
I lost.
Right. Okay. So what have we done? Recap. So there's another one, another 2. So we've got 4 there so far. So we made the dough, which is here. We've got the chutney. Now the chutney, not the chutney, the sauce. What I would do with the sauce, I would put it into a processor. And I would process it to not fine, but to a consistency of, can I please have consistency of what it looks like, please? And then, because we're going to use it, thank you. I'm just going to show them what it looks like when it's pureed. There. There. Okay? There. Now that's what it looks like. And it's yummy, yum, yum, yum. Now, if you don't want to do that, it's lovely with cheese, I tell you. It's quite delicious with cheese. Right now, I'm going to keep going. Oh, he's just getting them ready for me. Oh, Martin, that's so sweet. Thank you. So, on, in we go, off. It's so nice.
Oh, that one probably flipped.
Oh, yeah. Now, okay, everybody. Can they see this? Look. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to just turn it down a tiny bit. Okay, because it's fine. It's doing brilliantly. Right, so here we go. It's doing brilliantly. Right, okay. This is lovely, isn't it? I hope you all are going to have a gorgeous meal tonight.
Rosemary, why apricots rather than plums for the sauce?
No, you can use plums. It's just my alternative. I just decided to use store cupboard stuff because I'm going to leave this for the moment. I'm not going to do any more, but I want you guys to continue. So we'll just put that under some tinfoil, can we?
Do we do a shout out to Leslie Bennett from the IOD?
Yes, hello, Leslie. Hello, I hope you're joining in.
I think she is tonight.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Right, good.
She asked why apricots rather than plums.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Well, you can do either or, okay? So it doesn't matter. Here we are, done. Okay, so what I love about that is it's just so easy to do. To be honest with you, I wanted, as I said, some store cupboard stuff rather than, I'll tell you what's happened. You see, I'm fiddling with myself here, but I'll tell you my sound. Does my sound still come through? Because I know it's fallen down, my sound. So, does my sound still come? It's fine. Okay, so we got this. So let me just, because I'm sure I'm getting confused with you. The recap. So we've got the lovely dough. Okay, we've got the lovely chutney, delicious, or the hoisin sauce, my apricot hoisin sauce. You've got the pancakes. You've got the duck in the oven. I've also got some lettuce. Now, what I've got, rather than doing the pancakes, I've got an alternative. So you can wrap it up in lettuces as well. So there we go. So let's just get this finished. So we're just going to get this finished here. So I must get the duck. I'm a bit concerned about this falling down here. Yes, it's just a bit, it really has. Guys, excuse me while Martin just fiddles with my pack. There we are. Yes, it has come down. Look, it's on the floor. There we are. It's on the floor, everybody. Totally on the floor. Okay, can you hear me? Hope you're getting on with your pancakes. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to. Could you? I want to have a look at it. Is it cooked yet? We need to have a look at it. Now, this duck is not going to be well cooked like super duper crispy duck. It's going to be more like a Peking duck. That's perfect. A Peking duck is slightly more pink. It's pink, but not. It's different. Basically, it's just lovely roasted duck, but with the skin separated with a gorgeous flavor. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a plate, please. Can I have a plate to put these ducks onto?
Rosemary, how long can you store the sauce for once you've made it?
Oh, for weeks and weeks. You can store the sauce for. It's like a chutney, guys. It's like a chutney. So
And where should you store it?
fridge,
Okay.
anybody, fridge, anywhere. Seriously, cupboard, anywhere. Seriously, larder, anything. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the fat. I just also take this off. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this fat. There we are. Now look how much has come off that. I need you to see this. Look. That was from the ducks that I did. Now there's no fat. Now what I wanted to ask you was, look, I want you to shh. Everybody shush. They are totally crispy. Totally and utterly, but they're still pink inside. Right now, what I'm going to do is put some honey. Gorgeous honey. I'm going to turn this off. And I'm going to put some honey into this pan here. I'm also going to take this soy sauce. And I'm going to turn it up. Now, what's going to happen? This duck is still got a pinkness about it. It obviously is. It's not rare, but it's pink. So I hope. So what's going to happen now is I'm just going to melt this. I need to melt it. Now, if I was doing a Peking duck, what I would have done is marinated in this honey and soy for 2 days, as I said. I would have been, but so this is why I call it a Cheats Peking Duck or crispy duck. I've sort of combined the two, and that's why I've done all this. I must stop touching that. It's been in the oven. Right, there we go. So now that's like that. I'm just going to bring this up, and I'm now going to put in skin side down on the crispy bit.
Rosemary, how long did you keep the duck in the oven for?
For about, it depends how big your ducks are. I had these in for 5 minutes, but it depends how big they are.
So why did they go in the oven crisp?
No, just to cook through.
Ah. So how do you know it's cooked through?
Well, when the ducks have very little resistance, so when you push them, they should be quite solid when they're pushed. So that's how you can tell. Or they can be 60 degrees Celsius from a prodding point of view. Oh, come over that. So basically, when they're too light to the touch, so sear them, get them brown, about 3 minutes. I would have said a normal breast would be about 3 minutes. Okay, see, I burnt that because I was talking. It'll still be delicious, yes. Right, this is done. So I'm just going to now take another plate, I'm afraid. Can I have another plate, please? And take these out, because what I don't want to do is... Oh, that's fine, it's perfect. Okay. I'm only doing one side, everybody. I'm only doing the skin side down. I'm not doing anything else. Thank you. Yes, I will. I'm done. Yeah, well, we'll do. Right, take this off. Now, oh, okay. So let's just sit down while that's resting. Right, so take this off. Perfect. Now I've got a perfect one. Right, let's go from the beginning. Can we also just clear this up, please? Therese, can you clear all this away? And I'm going to look for a completely clear top. Right, what have we done? We have done, we've made the pancakes, which are quite frankly delicious. And I do hope you've had success. Just be careful of that. I do hope you've had success with yours too. I've also shown you how to do a duck if you get a whole duck, but I've just used the duck breast. As I said, you can just use those. I've also shown you just how to make a quick apricot chili soy sauce sort of jam to put in with your actual pancakes. Now, you want it smoother, you have to not liquidize it, put it into a processor, because or you just use soy hoisin sauce. Then we've got pancakes are steaming that I made yesterday. So when you've done your pancakes, and I don't expect you to finish them all yet, because I think you'll be spending a little bit of time doing them. And then I think that is just about it. I've cut the vegetables up. I've cut everything up. Your children should be waiting with anticipation. Now, these are perfect. Look at that. Isn't that perfect? Can we just put those there? Spot on. Okay. Turn it off. Oh, no, I've still got one left. Okay, so we pop that in. So now, and the duck. What I did was I seared the duck for a long time on about 5 minutes till they were really, even longer. I think it might have been about 7 minutes actually. But these were very big duck breasts. These are not rare, well, pink, pale, rare to pink. I don't actually have my duck rare, I have it pink. But they're a little slightly more cooked than usual because that's how I want them. Because I want them, it's a different technique in terms of doing an ordinary duck breast in a lovely blackcurrant and sauce, as I said earlier, or something like that, or a jus, a wonderful jus. So I've done it differently. So what I've done is, I'm going to now cut them and present everything what I've done. So I think we've got to wipe all this up. I want to wipe the area.
What would you have to drink with this, Rosemary?
Oh, I'd definitely have some wine or beer or,
Sort of wine.
oh, lovely. I think white wine would be lovely, actually. Some lovely white wine. And there we go,
And if you're putting the pancakes in a steamer,
which is what I've done here.
yeah, how long would they be in for?
They would be, well, mine had been on for a very short time. I just put them on so for about 5 minutes, steam through, and then just turn them off and leave them. Right, what I'd like to do is I've got to cut this. Right, I've got to get now a lovely cutting and to cut it. Right, so what have I got? I've got this. Can you pass me this, please, Tobias? And let me just do this. Perfect, thank you. Now, so that's those who want lettuce can have lettuce. Thank you. Those, so we got that. And where is the other board, please, for this? Thank you. Can I have that board, please? So I've got a nice one looking, so it looks lovely. Right, these are some lovely pancakes. Right, I'm now going to cut. Can I have that? I think that black paste would be lovely, actually, with that. I'm now going to cut this. Now, this is not, okay, I'm going to cut it like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is sharpen it first. Where's my sharpener? Here. You must make sure when you're cutting this duck, it must be sharpened really well. I love doing this. Can I just say that this duck is beautifully cooked for what I want it for. It is exactly how I wanted it. There's literally, I wouldn't want it any other way. This is so perfect. Now, first of all, the quality of this duck is simply sensational. There we are.
What happens if your pancake dough is too sticky?
You just put a bit of flour on your hands. Now, this is so delicious. Okay. What's so lovely, while I'm cooking this beautiful duck, what's happening is, look at that. That is what a real Peking duck would look like. Pink, not crispy, not over the top. It would just be a beautiful, beautiful duck, which has been beautifully marinated, and they've left it to separate the skin. They sometimes put it into boiling water. They sometimes just quickly lift it up, which is what I used to do sometimes as well. I used to be quite serious about my Chinese food. Well, I still am. There we go. So, there we go. Right, so just going to put this here, take this out. So we're now going to take this off, please. And I need some teaspoons. Thank you. Can I have some teaspoons, please, and a pink and that plate? Can you pass that plate? Thank you. So, obviously, if you were going to do this at home, yes, okay. So, if you were going to do this at home, you'd obviously take a pancake. Say, you take a little bit of my lovely sauce, jam, jelly. You'd also take a little bit of the cucumber, the cucumber. You take a little bit of the spring onion. You'd also take a beautiful piece of duck just on top. You just roll it up and Bob's your uncle. That is delicious. No. Now, if you're wanting a little bit of lettuce, take a bit of hoisin sauce if you're using hoisin. A lot of sugar in hoisin sauce. And you take a little bit of cucumber again, of course, a little bit of the spring onion again. And you take, I wouldn't have much of the duck in that because it's a little bit small. Hang on. I would take a little bit of this, a little bit of duck, put it in there, bingo, bring it round, and you've got yourself a lovely lettuce. You know what? They are both great. And I think this is such a fun thing on a Saturday evening.
Everyone's loving your presentation, Rosemary.
Are they loving it?
Incredible is comments that are coming in. Fabulous.
Well, I have to tell you.
Amazing.
It's lovely, isn't it? And it's so easy. I mean, seriously, anybody can do this. And I mean that sincerely. You can all do it. You can all do it at home. And the children would love to do it. Oh. Oh.
Superb.
Do you know, guys? You've got to do it. This. And if you don't want to do it with duck, do it with chicken. It's delicious with chicken. Same thing. Absolutely delicious. But you will have to cook your chicken through. With the skin on. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've done well. So we're going to have a good week next weekend. I hope you join us. And thank you to the farm shops. Thank you, whom I think are the best people since sliced bread. And I think everybody's got to go and visit their local farm shop, buy local, get in there, because that's what this is all about. It's all about local ducks, the Cornish Duck Company. You've got to go there. It is just the best. And it's a different duck. Having actually tasted something like that, you'll never go back to ordinary duck from a supermarket. Anyway, listen, everybody, and enjoy your pancake. And if you want to make a gyoza, all you have to do is I'll just quickly show you how to make the gyoza. Quickly. If you've got a moment, I'll show you how to make a gyoza. Do you want a gyoza? Can you give me one little bit? And I'll just quickly show them how to make a gyoza. Can you give me a little bit of a little bit of that?
The door. Underneath the blue cloth.
Just give me one. Right, I'm just going to quickly show you how to make the gyoza. It's very simple. All you need is a rolling pin. Seriously, rolling pin. Really thin, but really thin. I'm not going to get it. I mean, I could get quite a few out of that, but I'm not going to. So all you do is you take here. I'm just going to cut one square because there's no point in me, or one round. Or I might as well just do a round, actually. I'll just cut the round. I know but that's typical me changing. I'll just do it by hand. Right, one round. Two. Just take a little round. Take that. All you do is, let's get this little bit of meat in there. Pop that in, bring that out, bring that round. And then you're going to go like this, okay? So you like that. So you're going to bring this in like that. So like that.
What would a typical filling be in it?
Pork, chicken. You go like that. And you go like that. So then, having done your weird shape because of the thing, you make your thing. You then fry it in sesame seed oil on top. And then that's all it is. And then you pop it in a steamer. And then you've got yourself the dumpling. Huh? 2 things in one. How's about that? I hope that's okay. But obviously, that's not going to work because it's got a piece of duck inside. Okay. I shall eat that a bit later. Right. Okay, guys. That's it. So you know how to make a gyoza. You know how to make your Peking duck pancakes. You know how to do that. You can do it anyway. This will give you endless recipes for yourself. Enjoy. And I'll see you next week. Okay. Bye for now. Bye.